All right, so in the previous video, we talked about set and save, and now it's time to explain the rest of them. So first of all, I want to explain the update one method. But before that, I want to add one property to my schema. So let's go over to the student.js file and add the student number property as a number. And flip on back to the update file. So update one method is similar to the find one method, as you may be thinking. I mean, it only updates the record, which is the first match with our criteria. So I'm going to add a new JSON variable here, JSON2. Create a new record with the name of JSON. But this time I'm going to add student number property to two of them. First one is student number 2500. And the second one is student number 3500. So after that, save JSON2 as well. Besides, in order to see in detail, I'm going to add a console log here for JSON and JSON2. All right, so now it's time to create another it block. But before that, I want to make this block comment because before each it block runs, the before each block runs as well. So kind of makes our code a little complicated, kind of messy. But anyway, let's continue. Say it and say update one of the JSONs. This time I want to write async await. So that's my function here. So we'll write async and arrow function. Remember that when we define an async await function, we assign our promise to a variable. So I say const student equals student.update1. Now this time I want to change the first JSON's student number to 3000. Now in order to do this, I'll write my criteria first, name JSON, and the property that I want to change, student number 3000. Now, in order to check my records, first off, I should take them and do my test. So I'll define a new variable as const res equals await student.find with an empty array because I want to bring all of them. And finally, I will write my assertion. I assert that the number of students of the first JSON changed into 3000. So write assert res 0.student number, and I expect that it will be equal to 3000. Okay, now I hope it will pass, and I want to see an updated record in my console as well, so I'll say console log res. Okay, so everything looks fine. Let's run it. Okay, so see how all my tests are passed, and you can see that the first JSON student number has been changed to 3000. All right, so that's that. Now let's figure out how to use the update many method. And as you might gather by the name, well, you can change as many records as you want, even all of them, as long as they match with a filter that you set up. So I'm just going to copy this block again and make this block comment. So after that, I'll just change here, update JSON, and this part, update many. Okay, so this time I expect that all the JSON's student numbers should change to 3000. Now, I know when we're working with such a small number of files, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but you're going to see how the method works anyway. All right, so that's enough for now. I will also assert that the second JSON's number will change. So I'm going to add an and res1.student number equals 3000 here. And that's all. Okay, so let's run the test again, see if our test passes. Well, what do you know? Everything is fine. My test passes, and the student numbers have been changed to 3000. So Those are the important update methods, and we finish all of the CRUD operations. Well done, but don't worry, there's more. So we'll continue in the next section.